Hey y'all, and welcome back to the AB Experience. Anthony's working some extra hours this week, and so we decided I was gonna go ahead and come on here and talk to you guys about something that's been on my heart. I wanted to talk about how I thought God was not going to answer my prayers as it pertained to my husband. Um, So if you single and you praying and you're like, man, what is taking so long? Let me tell y'all about what happened with me. So, I was specific with God about what I was looking for, what I wanted. I wanted him to be loyal, don't come with confusion. I want him to be consistent. I want him to be honest. And then I drilled in and really started to be specific, like, I want him to be at least this tall. I want his body type to be like this. I want his voice to sound like this. I mean, I was getting real specific. Then I started thinking, are my calls going to the main line? Because I don't know if God is getting these prayers, because what is taking so long, right? And then one day, I came to the realization that maybe, it's just not the right time. And that's what I think today. It just wasn't the right time. I wasn't ready, and my partner, Anthony, was not ready, right? So, as I was praying for all these things, I also was thinking about, and not thinking about, but just also praying about who I needed to be as a wife. I'm praying for my husband. Like, Lord, make him like this, make him like that. How do I need to be as a wife? So I started praying, as well, for how I needed to be. What are the qualities I need to possess to be the wife to this husband that I'm asking for? Okay. So anyway, I realized that it isn't so much that you're not, God is taking a long time. It's just maybe the time is not right. So anyway, with all of that being said, now God has sent my husband. And of course, you guys know we are working our way up to this wedding. We are under 90 days. Under 90 days. Crazy, it's insane. But, in my specifics of my prayers, asking God for what I wanted, he also said, there's some things you got to adjust about you. And so now, having my partner have found me, came with lots of prayers, and came with, us deciding that, hey, are we ready for a relationship? And that's the funny thing. You may pray for something, and then when you receive it, you're like, wait a minute. Am I really ready for what I just asked for? So that's another thing in itself is, once you get that thing that you asked for, i.e. my husband, I got my husband, and now it's about building our relationship. And also, let me back up just a little bit. When we met and I had prayed for my husband, we never thought that, I didn't think this was my husband. I really didn't. I thought, this is a really nice guy. I want to get to know him. And so we're getting to know each other, and every conversation just led to another conversation. It was never hard. All of our conversations were just easy. What I absolutely enjoyed was the honesty, the level of honesty that we had from day one, just being real with each other and just laying everything out on the table. Like, this is who I am. I'm not going to bring some fake version of myself that fits into your narrative of what you're looking for. I'm just going to bring me to the table. And we were very honest about who we were and things that we wanted. And like I said, conversations just really tend to flow. Our timeline is totally different from most timelines. And that's to say that I feel like our relationship blossomed very quickly. Every relationship doesn't blossom that way. Some take longer, some are shorter. We met and it just seemed like in no time being 3 weeks, we were absolutely in a relationship, and it just continued to flourish. One of the things I love is that we continue to be honest with each other. We have the tough conversations and we have the easy conversations. And that's one of the things we did this past week, was really talk about how far we've come so fast and how we didn't even think that was a thing, because Anthony wasn't necessarily looking for a relationship and I wasn't trying to rush into a relationship. But the timing, I feel, and after we talked about it, it just all fit. And we meshed, I call it meshed. We meshed so well together that it just didn't seem like a chore. It just seemed like the thing that we were destined to do. So when he gets back, y'all can ask him all about that. If y'all want to drop any questions in the comments, and we'll get to them. We'll definitely address them. But it felt like it just really flourished. It has really blossomed into something amazing. And so when we get married, we will not even have been together 2 years. That's insane to say, but we will not have even been together or have known each other for 2 years. But I feel that in dating after 40, one of the things is you kind of know, because of life, you kind of know what you want. You have an idea of the things that you do want, the things that you don't want. You have learned from past relationships how you want to treat someone and how you want to be treated. So with all of that being said, I think that one of the best things that Anthony and I do is sit down from time to time and kind of talk about how we're feeling. And one of the things I said to him recently was, feelings are not facts, right? So as we get closer to this wedding, I started to feel like, oh my goodness, like it's getting real, it's getting real. And, but my feelings of nervousness, anxiety, the what ifs, those are not facts. And when I told him my feelings, we talked through those things. He told me his feelings. We talked through them and realized that those are just feelings. They are not facts. So I wanted to say that, I feel that, your relationship can blossom very quickly, or it can take a while to get there. Either way, as long as the two of you are being genuine with each other, that's my favorite word. As long as the two of you are being genuine with each other and having the conversations, the easy ones, the tough ones, as long as you guys are doing that, you'll be okay. Whether your timeline looks like you met and got married in 3 weeks, or it took you 7 years. That's for no one to determine. That's only for the two of you to determine in your relationship. But I really thought God was not answering my prayers, and I'm here today to tell you that He did. And when I asked for something specific, He gave me just that. And not only that, He said, you are going to have to adjust as well. And so even though we moved quickly, Anthony and I have spent time adjusting to this relationship in a way that works for us individually and works for us collectively. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me time and space in your life to talk about relationship, and is God answering your prayers? Don't stop praying and being specific in what you're asking for in your partner and even in your life, because it's coming. And I'm just going to end this one by saying, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with somebody you know. I hope it helps. We will see you again soon on the AV Experience. Have a wonderful day.